So, folks, if you're in need of counsel or help, please feel free to show up at one of these two clinics, and we will try to get you some assistance. The second thing that I want to mention is I have been in contact today with Tom Sees, who is the state commissioner at the Department of Health and Human Services, because we all know that there are a number of people that are going to be looking for benefit replacement. They're going to have issues because they're out of their homes, and they're going to need help from the state of Texas getting their benefits replaced. I will tell you that the state of Texas, and as Commissioner Staples indicated, the Health and Human Services Department is in direct contact with the federal government to make sure that it can get any and all emergency approvals that it's going to need in order to make all that happen. Here in Bastrop, there are 2 offices for the Department of Health and Human Services, and the hope is that those offices will be open tomorrow. But candidly, there is some concern about some of the employees being some of the very people that are displaced. In case that the offices cannot be opened, the Department of Health and Human Services is going to have a mobile center here at the Civic Center. That way, people that need to quickly be in a situation where they can get their benefit replacement, they'll be in a position to do that. So either way, and what we'll do is we will make sure that tomorrow, if in fact those offices are open, and people can go to those offices right here in Bastrop, if you happen to swing by here or come by here, then we'll be able to direct you elsewhere. In addition to that, there'll be a phone number here for people to be able to call. People will be able to call that phone number and maybe get their benefit replacement in that way as well. And the final thing I'll mention, Judge, is that in talking to the Commissioner, they know that there are a number of shelters. They know that the schools have people in them. Right now, they're evaluating how best to put people right there in those shelters to deal with benefit replacement. The final thing I'll mention is that we've been working with the Department of Motor Vehicles. Many people are going to have lost their driver's license and things that they're going to need to continue on. We are working closely with them, and I anticipate that there'll be an announcement as early as tomorrow about a mechanism, again, a mobile place for people to be able to come in and renew their driver's license, and I think we'll have that set up tomorrow. So, Judge, I'm pleased to be able to report that.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator. Now we're going to have Steve Mary, our Bastrop Independent School District Superintendent, to tell us what's going on with the school.
Thank you, Judge. First of all, I want to express our heartfelt sympathy and concern for all the folks adversely affected by this disaster. Also want to express our heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for the first responders, the firefighters, and the volunteers, the countless volunteers who have come forward, many of whom have lost their homes or have been evacuated themselves. And we can't say enough about that. Our school district is certainly a big part of this community. In most towns in Texas, the school district is the heart of your community, and that's not, there's no exception here in Bastrop. We have suspended school today. We already made a call for suspending school or closing school for tomorrow. And in light of the fact that we have so many factors that play against or with the folks that are dealing with this tragedy, whether it be utility usage, appropriate water usage, which we're still having issues with in many of the parts of the community, which again will play a part in us opening school. We are going to announce today that we're going to close school for the remainder of this week, and then we will reevaluate at the end of the week where we go forward from here as far as opening school. Our plan is to open school on Monday, but all school activities and school will be closed in Bastrop ISD for the remainder of the week. But again, we just want to express our concern for everybody and our appreciation, and we want to thank everybody that's been involved in helping the school district with many of the things that we're dealing with. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Superintendent Mary. As we know, in a small town as Bastrop, I guess we're not small anymore, we're growing. Every piece has to work together. So we appreciate the school for being able to provide shelters for us, the city, and being able to provide the convention center, we have to be able to work as a team in this process. And speaking of that, we have Blue Bonnet that's been working with us. Mark Rose, you have anything else to report?
As I reported this morning, the outage numbers remain the same. We have roughly 4,300 meters out. Obviously, that represents far more people than just 4,300. We have been able to today to begin to make some visual inspections of some of the areas and assess the lines and the conditions. And so as we move forward with our restoration plan, particular emphasis is being able to get into the area surrounding the Union Chapel, the Union Hill Fire or Blue Bonnet Acres, because that is where we probably have the most people that are affected with the outage that are not in the fire area. And we're hopeful to be able to make that assessment this afternoon. One announcement, very similar to what Senator Watson said, for any member of the Blue Bonnet service territory that has been displaced due to the fire, as you relocate to another property, all fees, all deposit, all applications have been waived. If you are in another utility or where you choose to rent or locate is in another utility, we want to work with all the surrounding utilities, so your account information is instantly processed to those other utilities so that no one finding alternate housing has a utility credit or an account issue. If you live within the Blue Bonnet system, that has been waived, inclusive of when you rebuild. There will be no fees for reinstallation of meters at that location. And as I said, we'll just continue to work case by case to help people get relocated.
Thank you. One of the questions that we've had, and I know individuals have been coming and asking when can I get back in? What type of resources are available? Of course, you've been briefed on some of them, but I must tell you that FEMA did come in today. They came in at 12 o'clock, but this doesn't mean that they're going to be here actually sitting and taking information yet. They have to do analysis of what's going on. They're currently in that process. So I think we have a FEMA rep that is here. But we are beginning the process of working that out, so we're just letting everyone know. I've gotten that question on every visit I've had to the shelter. So I'm just letting you know they're here, but it's a process of analysis. They are currently routing the area with different members of staff and also with the state officials, just looking at what we have. And then over the next days or so, we'll begin to set processes up. But it's not going to be tomorrow. They're still evaluating the situation, just giving you that update. So we're not saying come up here tomorrow, sit with FEMA and sign up. We're not saying that. We're saying that the process has begun from them analyzing our area and being able to see what's happening in this fire. The current size of the fire has grown to almost 34,000 acres. We're estimated that now 550 houses have been destroyed. 20 neighborhoods have been evacuated. Also, there's been some concern with air quality. We're just asking everyone to please be careful with the amount of smoke and things that are out there. If you need to wear a mask, if you need to be in, please make sure that you take that. Also, one of the concerns that we've had is we've always said at the beginning, one of the most important things in this fire is to save lives. So we've been out, we've been fighting fires, we've been going out trying to evacuate individuals. But also, the citizens are saying, can we get more information? We're working, our website is up. We're going out, we'll be at the shelter twice a day giving you updates. We'll have a map posted outside and also on our Facebook page letting you know the current conditions, how the boundaries have expanded. Also letting you know how things are going with an analysis of if your house is burned or not. We're still in that process. I'm going to let Mike Fisher